The future doesn't always arrive with a loud announcement. Sometimes it just quietly integrates itself into our lives until we can't remember how we lived without it. That integration is happening right now. We are on the cusp of a new wave of consumer technology, and by 2026, certain gadgets will have moved from early adopter curiosities to mainstream essentials. These are not distant science fiction concepts. They are real products, evolving rapidly, and they are set to redefine our daily routines. This is a countdown of the 5 gadgets that will be everywhere in 2026. Let's begin with number 5. At number 5, we have the ambient display. The common reaction to another screen might be skepticism. We already have televisions, laptops, tablets, and phones. But the ambient display is fundamentally different. It is not a destination for your attention. It is a part of your environment. Think of it as a chameleon in your home. It can be a beautiful piece of digital art, a classic photograph, or a minimalist clock. But its purpose is to provide a calm, constant stream of contextually useful information. It is the antithesis of the demanding, notification-driven screens that dominate our lives. This screen does not beep or buzz. It simply exists, offering data when you glance its way. The day's weather, your family's shared calendar, a gently updating news feed, or a reminder for an upcoming meeting. It is the central nervous system of your smart home, disguised as a piece of decor. The rise of the ambient display by 2026 is tied to the concept of calm technology. As our digital and physical lives continue to merge, we need interfaces that don't scream for our focus, but instead whisper useful information. This display acts as a shared ambient source for the whole household. The groundwork is already being laid. Products like Samsung's. Moving to number 4, we encounter a gadget that addresses a fundamental, often ignored aspect of our well-being, our exposure to light. At number 4, we find advanced light-regulating smart lamps. You may be familiar with smart bulbs that change color. That is a novelty. What we are discussing is a sophisticated tool designed to work in harmony with human biology. Your body operates on a precise 24-hour cycle known as the circadian rhythm. This internal clock, governed by light exposure, regulates everything from hormone production and sleep cycles to mood and cognitive function. The artificial lighting of the modern world, particularly the blue light emitted from screens and standard LEDs, actively disrupts this rhythm. It confuses your brain, especially in the evening, suppressing the melatonin needed for quality sleep. Advanced light-regulating lamps are the engineered solution. They are programmed to dynamically mimic the natural progression of sunlight throughout the day. In the morning, the lamp emits a bright, cool light with a high concentration of blue wavelengths. This light effectively mimics a natural sunrise, signaling your brain to halt melatonin production and ramp up cortisol, making you feel alert and awake. As the day progresses, the light shifts to a neutral, balanced white that promotes sustained focus and wards off the afternoon slump. Then, as evening falls, the lamp performs its most crucial function. It automatically and gradually shifts its output to a warm, amber glow, meticulously filtering out the blue light that disrupts sleep. This cues your brain to begin wind-down procedures, naturally stimulating melatonin production and preparing your body for deep, restorative rest. The widespread adoption of these lamps by 2026 is inevitable due to the growing focus on health optimization and sleep science. People are increasingly aware that the environment they create directly impacts their health. Brands are responding. While companies like Philips offer circadian lighting features, dedicated firms are creating lamps with even more precise spectral control. Now, we arrive at number 3. This gadget shatters a fundamental barrier to human communication. At number 3, we have the portable AI translator device. Current translation apps on smartphones are functional but flawed. The process is inherently awkward. speaking into a phone, waiting, and then showing a screen or playing a robotic audio clip. It interrupts the natural face-to-face flow of conversation. The portable AI translator device is designed to eliminate this friction entirely. This is a dedicated, pocket-sized gadget that facilitates real-time, two-way conversation. You speak into it in your language. It instantly speaks the translation aloud in the target language. When the other person replies, it translates their speech back to you just as quickly. The conversation can happen naturally with eye contact and expression, as if the language barrier was never there. The true revolution here is not just speed, but intelligence. These devices are powered by contextual artificial intelligence. This means they go beyond literal word-for-word translation. They understand context, colloquialisms, idioms, and cultural subtleties. The AI can discern whether a phrase is formal or casual and adjust the translation to sound natural and appropriate. The result is a conversation that is not only accurate, but also feels genuinely human. The device acts as an invisible mediator, preserving the nuance and emotion of human interaction. The driver for the ubiquity of these translators by 2026 is the simple reality of a connected world. Business is global, travel is fundamental, and our social and professional networks span continents. The language barrier is the last great obstacle to seamless global interaction. Companies like TimeKettle and Pocket Talk are pioneering this space, constantly refining their AI models for greater accuracy and speed. Owning one of these devices today is like holding a universal key. It empowers you to travel with unparalleled confidence, conduct business without limits, and connect with people from any culture on a deeper, more personal level. It is more than a translator. It is a tool for genuine connection. It transforms foreign environments from intimidating to inviting, and that is a capability that will soon be considered essential. We are down to the top two, and this next entry represents a quantum leap in personal health care. At number 2, we have the non-invasive continuous health monitor. Today's smartwatches are excellent for tracking fitness. They monitor heart rate, count steps, and analyze sleep. This is valuable, but it is surface-level data. The next generation of wearables delves much deeper, moving from fitness to full-scale health monitoring. We are talking about devices capable of measuring clinical-grade biomarkers without a single needle prick or trip to a clinic. This includes continuous blood glucose monitoring, non-invasive blood pressure tracking, detailed blood oxygen saturation, hydration levels, and even early warning signs for conditions like atrial fibrillation. This is a paradigm shift from reactive medicine to proactive, personalized health management. Imagine your wrist gently vibrating. You glance down to see a message. Blood glucose levels are rising. Suggest a 10-minute walk. Or, resting heart rate is elevated by 15%. You may be fighting an infection. Ensure proper hydration. This is the power of continuous, non-invasive monitoring. It provides a rich, real-time dashboard of your internal physiology, empowering you to make immediate, informed decisions about your health. For those managing chronic conditions, it is transformative. For the health-conscious, it is the ultimate tool for optimization and prevention. The demand for this deep, personal health data will make these devices commonplace by 2026. As people become more invested in their own health outcomes, they will demand the data to take control. The sensor technology required, using advanced optics and spectroscopy, is now reaching a point of miniaturization and affordability for the mass market. This brings us to the number 1 gadget. This is the one that has the potential to be the most transformative personal technology since the smartphone. Number 1 is AI-powered smart glasses, the invisible computer. Disregard any notion of bulky, awkward headsets. The future of wearable computing is elegant, lightweight, and visually indistinguishable from regular eyewear. The breakthrough technology is a retinal projector. A microscopic laser system inside the frame projects images directly onto your retina. To you, it looks like a sharp, clear screen is floating in your field of view. To everyone else, your lenses are completely clear. There is no physical screen. This display is powered by a powerful, integrated artificial intelligence that acts as your contextual companion. This AI seamlessly overlays useful information onto your real world. You are walking through an airport, and navigation arrows appear to float on the floor, guiding you to your gate. You look at a historical monument, and its history and significance pop up beside it.